Hello, happy weekend. This is meteorologist Bill Steffen. No big storms on the horizon here as we head through the weekend into early next week. There will be a chance of a little light snow about every other day. Saturday night into Sunday morning, there could be an inch or two, and a better chance for that as you go north up toward US 10, Ludington area. Probably see a couple inches of snow, but you should be able to get through that just fine. There'll be a chance for a little light snow again late Monday into Tuesday. And temperatures near to slightly below average. Average high temperatures are low 30s, so we won't see any days with high temperatures in the single figures, but really great weather to be outdoors if you like winter. We should be up around 30 degrees here this afternoon. I can't rule out a snowflake or two, but most areas probably not seeing much of anything. Winds 10 to 15 will knock the wind chill down to around 18 to 20 here during the afternoon, but that's pretty typical for winter. And if you're dressed for it, you should have no problems being outdoors. This is an amazing picture that shows snow cover in the United States. And boy, look down south again. Now, the snow fell on Wednesday. This snow graph is from Friday. And as you can see, 2 days after the snow event, there's still snow on the ground there off to the east of Houston, across Louisiana, and it's southern Louisiana. You saw the pictures of the snow on Bourbon Street there in New Orleans, and also you can see snow came all the way up into the Outer Bank area of North Carolina. In our area, you can see the bluer, the darker blue, indicating the snow coming in off Lake Michigan. Closer to the lake, west of 131, there's more snow on the ground than to the east. And you can see that general west-northwest flow producing snow off to the southeast and east of Lake Superior and Lake Huron, Lake Erie, and Lake Ontario as well. Here's a satellite picture. We call this a MODIS, M-O-D-I-S satellite picture. This is one that's taken kind of close in to show you Lake Michigan, and you can see the lake effect. Over in Wisconsin, there's a little bit of snow on the ground, not much. And then you can see the dark water of Lake Michigan, and then the lake effect clouds form and move across all of lower Michigan. So once again, we've had several days this week like this where it's been totally sunny in Milwaukee and totally pretty much overcast with just a few breaks here in West Michigan. You can see where there's ice in Lake Michigan. There's ice in Green Bay, pretty much the whole bay covered up with ice. And also, look at the ice around Chicago, extending out about 10, 15 miles out into the lake. There's pretty good ice. You couldn't walk across it, but still quite a bit of ice there. Great Lakes ice extent is at 23%. Average is about 21, 22%, so we're pretty close to average. Lake Michigan ice extent is at 21.5%, and that's again mainly near shore and at Green Bay. If you look off to the right, you see a picture of the Big Red Lighthouse. That is from Friday afternoon, and you can see the large amount of ice out there. And again, be real careful walking on that. There are certainly some holes and weak spots in the ice out there. The water's sloshing around, of course, as it gets close to shore. And in terms of the lake effect that we have here, we've got, whoops, I guess I can't go backwards here. But anyhow, I was going to mention that Lake Superior has 8% ice cover and Lake Erie 85% ice cover. That's kind of weird because Lake Superior is farther north, but it's a much deeper lake than Lake Erie. And the deeper the lake is, the longer it takes to freeze. Lake Erie's 85% will cut down on lake effect coming off the lake, as the lake is mostly ice and not so much open water. Here's your 5-day forecast: 30 degrees for Saturday and then low 30s here Monday and Tuesday. Not a lot of snow melt going on. Sunday will be a little cooler at 24, but temperatures more typical of what we get here during the mid part of winter. I don't know if you saw this. I was on one of the boards of the Grand Rapids Public Museum for many years, the Grand Rapids Friends Board. It's a great institution. If you haven't been there, check it out. Kids like to go there, and if you check their website, there's a lot of fun stuff that goes on at the museum that they can be a part of. They have opened the museum up again, but in the Gaslight Village area, there has been some water damage, and they're going to work at restoring everything that they have there. And another city note here, the Grand Rapids fun fact of the day: John Ball Park, named after John Ball. He donated the land where the zoo sits today on the near west side of Grand Rapids. He was an American pioneer and a Michigan state legislator. He lived from 1794 to 1884, which made him 90 years old, and that would be equivalent of like 100 to 105 today. So he he had quite the set of genes going there. But if you see something named Ball around here, it kind of refers back to John Ball, and there's the famous statue of John Ball sitting there over by the zoo area. Um, Good place to hang out and spend the winter day. Well, thank you so much for checking the weather here at BillSteffen.com. Hope you have yourself a good day and a good weekend. And once again, stay safe out there.